I'd like to welcome all the gems today joining me for this reading, this collective reading. And today we're going to use a couple of different decks. Pulp Tarot, What's the Tea, Housewives Tarot, Kipper deck, and maybe even What Lies Beneath. So this is going to be a general reading. It's going to be for whoever it resonates with. And to begin, I'm going to put on some Florida water all over the decks and for you. And also, I want to remind you that you are a gem. This is you. So with that said, let's clear the air. And let's begin. Get my light on here. Okay. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, as I said, and that you can take the gender however it resonates for you. There is only 2 genders in tarot, but you can do with those genders whatever you want. I will call out male and female as I see it. So let's begin. Let's start off with what lies beneath. So let's get a general reading. Who knows what's going to come out this deck? This is kind of a serious deck. So let's do a little shuffle. Hard to shuffle. Anyways, what does the collective need to know? What do the gems out there in collective land need to know? Someone's getting a divorce. There's a divorce coming, or a divorce is underway, or there's been a divorce. And this has created a bank failure. Oh my God, look at that. And when I say bank failure, I mean like a bank account failure. So what I'm getting from these cards is that there was a lot of money disputes, and it may have left one or more parties in a bad financial situation. What else? Which is common with divorce. If you've been through a divorce, you know that your financial standing changes. And someone in this divorce is running away from their problems. Like they don't want to either deal with, finalizing the divorce, or they don't want to deal with actually the consequences of what has occurred based on this relationship. So they're kind of running away from their problems. They don't want to deal with what's happening in the future. And it's not a good situation for anybody. In fact, it's a game over situation. There's no going back. Look at that broken heart. I mean, broken hearts. People are upset. There's been, I'm getting that there's a person in the situation that doesn't want to deal with the divorce, that they've been kind of keeping it open for a while and not realizing that this is over with. No, it's not a good situation, and they're going to have to come to terms with their new reality. What else? It may have had to do with some envy. Like perhaps they're envious of what caused this divorce. Maybe there was a third party. Maybe they're envious of fact that their financial situation is changing. Maybe one or more or the other person is going to be in a better financial situation than the other one. This person doesn't want to deal with it, and I am getting that this person is kind of willing to do anything to maintain the status quo or to get back at the person, because they really don't want to hear it. I mean, it's too painful. This person is not used to dealing with anything that doesn't come easy. This person's used to getting what they want. They may have grown up in a privileged household, or they may have been privileged in this marriage. And so now they don't want to hear that this is actually going to happen. And so they're setting out to cause some trouble. And I actually get that this person is not a nice person at all. Like they're literally willing to harm somebody. That's what I'm getting off that card. And unfortunately, this is becoming outdated. It's gone too long, with them going on with this drama, with them running away from this problems, with them not wanting to hear things, with them creating financial problems within the situation, within the relationship, and within the divorce, with them not accepting the game is over, and all the trouble they're getting up to try and harm people. And that means their previous lover, their previous person, and that could also mean other associated parties. This person could be going after somebody's job. They could be going after them legally. They could be stirring up all kinds of trouble. And it's all because there may have been some cheating going on. And this person is just angry. She's envious of this cheating. She has evidence of the cheating. And there's a tremendous amount of anger. She may be publicly trying to set the record straight, or the individual that she's getting a divorce from is trying to maintain their standing or set their own record straight. And there may have even been some issues with pregnancies. There may be a current pregnancy. There may be baby trapping, or there may be just a family that is there, or there could even be a baby from another situation. Not good. A baby from another situation. So, and of course, in all these situations, there's always that apology. But as you can see, that person's wearing a mask. So the apologies are not holding up. People are in their feels about it. They know that they screwed up. This guy, he knows he screwed up, but it's too late now. It's too late now. Everything's falling apart. Everything has been destroyed, and the situation is about to explode. And all he ever wanted, all she ever wanted, was this, a love story. I mean, everybody wants a love story. So let's see what else. What does the tarot have to say? Oh, tarot. I love this deck. How pretty. Right on the top of the deck, or on the top of, when I split the deck, is the Three of Swords and the Death card. Now, this could be, obviously, there's a rebirth going on because there's a death of this marriage, but also we saw the face of that person and how angry that person is. And again, take the gender how you choose. This could be male or female. That person is pissed off. And they're conjuring up what is their next move. With these Four of Swords, they're trying to think, okay, what can I do next? How can I get myself out of this situation? How can I, put some more swords in this person's back? The person that they're with is just like, which way do I go now? I need to get out of this situation. There's been a lot of court proceedings going on. There could have even been the law involved. This divorce has gotten dirty. And the imbalance of the relationship is changing. And if there's been any negativity caused to anybody else associated with this marriage, the wheel of fortune is changing, meaning that the person with the negative karma is on the losing side of the wheel. If whoever has caused the trouble And I'm seeing the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. So it looks like one of the parties has been kind of sitting it out, trying to figure out, how am I going to deal with putting my life back together? This person has caused me so much trouble. And this guy has his eye on this Empress. And this may have been the person that he left the marriage for. He can't stop thinking about this Empress. And the reason being is because God is intervening. The Temperance card, the divine, is in the house. The divine is in the house to set things straight. There's been an imbalance. People are off path. And so the divine is stepping in to get things back on path. There is a tower occurring. And somebody's concerned about their livelihood. Somebody's concerned about their position. They're trying to keep this tower from falling publicly. They don't want this angry person to be illuminating the problems. They want to keep it private, and they may not be able to. The sun is going to shine. And whatever is out of balance is going to be set straight. Seems like there's some legal issues, or they're just trying to settle the divorce. And that may be where some judgment falls on one party or the other financially, or if there's legal matters, somebody's going to be paying for something. And with this person who knows what they got up to and what this legal challenge is that person's been playing in this energy. So with that said, let's move on to what's the tea. Okay. And somebody's moving. They're either physically moving. Obviously, if they've been in a household together, somebody's moving out. But this also means that somebody's moving on. And somebody is crying over this situation. Either this Empress is crying, or her emperor or whomever is crying, because that person, up to no good, has probably caused a lot of problems for everyone. She's been dirt digging. Trying to craft some crazy narratives, probably gossiping. And because she doesn't want things to change, she's coming back to this individual who's moving, and she is trying to get back in the good graces because, you know, her account is looking funny. And her finances are changing. There's not going to be shared expenses. So it's a difficult situation. So everybody's out here hustling, trying to figure out what's the best way to deal with this. And she sees this third party as too busy winning. And she's trying to get the inside scoop. She may have even called child services on somebody. I mean, this is a common situation for angry people to do. They'll call child services. And sometimes it's merited, you know, sometimes in divorces, there's a reason why child services should get involved. And sometimes it's done in a spiteful way. But again, lots of fake smiles, which, you know, has caused this person to get lured back in to the relationship, and that hasn't helped. And perhaps she married for money, or perhaps he married for money, put it where it lives. And it sounds like everybody has something to say. They kind of got themselves into a lot of karmic situations. There was karmic friends. They may have fallen into some shadow activities. And now there's probably a bit of regret, which is causing this person to step back and be uninterested. He doesn't want to go and live his life this way anymore. There's been some bad habits, maybe some drug use. And people are reflecting about what is their next step. So with that, a hidden heart secret, since this came out to be somewhat of a story about a love story. Healing. A lot of healing is needed. And healing will occur when people allow themselves to have a second chance. A second chance in their life. And it sounds like with this situation, one or more persons felt trapped. You know, they were trapped in a third party. They may have been trapped financially. And unfortunately, the hard part about moving on is the memories. You know, it's so hard because when you fall in love with somebody, you fall in love with that good person, the person. You don't fall in love with somebody who's negative. People don't show you their bad side. When you meet them, they show you their best side. And so, you know, we fall back on those memories. Maybe, you know, physically there's memories, maybe emotionally, maybe there's family, maybe there's children, maybe they don't want to upset the family. You know, we have this child services, so that means it's likely there are children within this family. Yeah, I think that this connection was very strong in terms of a physical connection. I think it was built on physical attraction, and it was built on money, because we saw the marrying for money card come out. I can't find it right now. And, you know, there may have been some beauty associated with this person, so it was very physical. It wasn't a very deep connection. And so now one or more parties are yearning for more depth. You know, then they're done that with the physical stuff. Now they want something more meaningful in their lives. And there could be some obsession that is making this difficult to move forward, you know, to get out of this relationship, to be moving on into a better situation. I think the memories are pulling both of these individuals back, you know, because they keep on thinking about this, about their physical connection. And so it's making it difficult for them to move apart and heal. There may have been many chances to try again, and for some reason, you know, those didn't work. Maybe they came back for having a physical moment, and you know, those types of moments are good, but they're short-lived. And so one or more party has realized that in their hearts this is hopeless. It's not where I should be. You know, they've been forced to deal with some pretty bad stuff. So bad that there's legal situations. So bad that it's forced them to deal with some pretty dark stuff. I think some dark stuff happened in this relationship that people, maybe this stuff was so dark that they don't want to let go of it. And again, the fantasy card comes out. So this is just triple confirmation about this relationship was built on fantasy. It was built on illusions and physical things and shadow, you know, desires and things like that. And those can last for a while, but they don't give us the foundation that we need. And when you wake up, you know, there it is again, lusting. So this is definitely a physical thing. And now there's pain. Depending on what kind of lusting, you could have had some of this too. But there may have been pain from other things. Obviously, this caused pain. The Three of Swords caused pain. The dealing with the dark situations has caused pain. Dealing with the Hierophant, any legal drama, that caused pain. So there's a lot of pain. And, you know, the best thing to do in these situations is to step back and cut your losses and begin to rebuild again. And there's a real fear here about somebody having such great losses that they will fall into obscurity. You know, that it's going to ruin their business or ruin their reputation, or they've spent so much time on this relationship that it's going to be difficult to rebuild with somebody new. But I'm here to tell you, my feeling from this card is that both parties are going to be in a better situation. That's my dog trying to get out. Things are going to get beautiful for both parties. Both parties are going to be happy ultimately that this happened. Right now, their judgment is cloudy. They're having regret, but it's going to be good. Right now, it feels like a freaking curse. But that is just the tower moment that they're experiencing. That is the pain of the way things have been and the disloyalty, but they're going to realize that they're going to find what they're looking for. They're going to have that loyalty. They're going to rest. They're going to recover. They're going to find that person that they have smashing chemistry with. So they're going to get over their abandonment wounds. And they're going to find their soulmate. And so, with that said, I hope you got something from this reading. I hope it resonated for you. Peace, love.